Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't believe they did it. Oh my God, they're going to go to the AFC Championship game. This feels so fucking good, guys. 17-3. Man, what a slugfest. Because that game was so much closer than that score indicated, man. It was a fucking, man. Oh my God. That was insane. I can't fucking believe it, guys. I can't fucking believe it. Wow. They fucking did it. They're gonna go to the game that gets you to the dance for the first time since '93, before some of you were born. And what a game, what a performance by this team. Man, just big plays. The defense, my God, the defense, the long forgotten defense that carried this team for 3 years under Sean McDermott has, been kind of stabilized itself lately. Had a rough second half last week, but man, oh my God, what a game. I mean, Jerry Hughes, 2 sacks. The defensive line was pressuring all game. The bread and butter plays that Allen hit to Diggs were just huge. Some of those sideline catches by Smoke. Such a crazy game with the wind. It reminded me so much of that AFC Championship game in '91. John Elway, Jim Kelly, man, it was windy. It was so windy. It was disgusting, and nothing could go right. The Bills won the game. I believe it was, I think they won 10-7 or 10-3. It was just, I know Gary Kubiak came in and almost won Denver the game. But my God, I mean, why not us, man? Dougie Masters got my back, 10-7. Flybaby got me. But man, I'm sorry. That's why I wait before I do these videos. It's going to be a longer one than last week. But holy shit. Jeff Wright with the tip. Carlton Bailey with the INT return touchdown. Bills win. Oh, fuck. I can't believe they're going to go. Everybody doubted them. They were home dogs, I believe, by 2.5 points. And the fucking defense, man. The fucking defense just really, what a game by that defense. I can't say enough. Baltimore came out and just drove. It looked methodical. Those 3 or 4 first plays, man, it looked like we were in for a long game. And then it was the story of the game, believe it or not, on that first series, the snap that got skid mark to Jackson. And that's the play that takes him out of the game. Bills almost get a safety, get him in the end zone. Jackson goes out, concussion protocol, pretty much game over. Huntley came in, and I'm sorry, that guy gave me a few fucking headaches, man. That one long deep pass when Brown was running, I was going to die if he would have caught that, man. And then just the narrow pass from Andrews. But the 2 biggest plays of the game, 3rd down conversion on the first drive coming out of the half. Dawson Knox, play action to Yeldon, pop to Knox, drive gets extended, Bills go down, and they score, and that was it. And then the goal line, that was a 3rd and goal stand. I mean, 2 of the biggest plays all year. Teron Johnson, a guy who's been a whipping boy for the Bills. I mean, he's really just come up big, and they got to get this guy signed. He's a free agent next year, man. He's so huge. I mean, arguably best nickel corners. He just sat in that zone, and Lamar didn't even see him, man. I don't know. I think maybe he was going to Snead on that play, but he just sat right there, took it, and the biggest play was the catch and run. I mean, you never know if they get him down, what could happen at that drive. But it's kind of like last year when Trey picked off, excuse me, uh, Trey picked off fucking the quarterback for Pittsburgh. Uh, and and you want him to score because the offense was up against it, and they didn't score, and I don't know if they even got a field goal out of that. But man, what a huge that man. I'm sorry, guys, I'm fucked up. It wasn't Mason Rudolph. It was fucking sorry, his name escapes me right now. Let's fucking go, guys. Duck Hodges. The Duck Hodges. Dougie Masters got my back again. He picks off Duck. You just want him to score. Just put the game. I don't even know if the Bills scored. They get the pick. They fucking, you just want Trey to score, and the offensive lineman pushes him out. Fucking, he's running. We're all just like, please score. And once he got that ceiling block, because the only person that was going to catch him, I think, I was trying to see if Hollywood was coming from the back, and then he had Lamar right there, and I'm like, oh my god. And then he didn't fucking get it. And once they went up by 2 touchdowns, I felt confident. But man, that fucking kid gave us some fucking headaches, man. But the key drives, the 2 missed field goals loom so large from arguably the best kicker in the NFL in Tucker. Our rookie kicker missed 2 field goals too, and that crazy win. That's going to be a good learning experience for him. We've got all the guys who've been in this room for so long. I mean, maybe we're definitely missing some. We got Trevor, we got Eric, we've got Dougie, we've got Rick, we've got Damager, we've got all these guys. I mean, fucking Junks, Crazy Killer, Rick, oh man, Matt, William, Roberto's in here. We got so many guys who've been through so much. Travsdale's in here now. I just feel Timothy's in here now. Oh my God. I feel like, I don't know if you guys felt the same thing. Maybe it's just me trying to create something, but I feel like, man, everybody was doubting them coming into this game. I feel like everybody was doubting them coming into this game. I feel like that. I really feel like everybody was doubting them, even some of us, man. It was like, whatever happens tomorrow happens. But fuck. I went to the gym today and I ran, and I'm like, I remember so many of these times this year we're watching other teams, and finally, our quarterback just came up with a huge drive. The defense just what a performance, the performance of the year. I mean, for the whole unit, the linebackers, the coverage, they had a few busts when Lamar broke out on Hollywood, but all in all, they fucking made the plays when it mattered, man. They fucking made the plays when it mattered. And we got to stop with this same old Bills, because we're built different, man. They're built different now. It's not this team didn't find a way to lose this fucking game. They didn't make a big mistake. Allen fumbled, but the team kept it. And the Bills pounced on that one big mistake by the Ravens. I just needed one gift. Somebody asked me the key to the game. McBrizzle's in here now. Fucking long time. Fucking, I think D'Antonio Knight. Thanks, bro. They just needed a gift. I said, somebody asked me, I think my boy Ronnie hit me up, Viking fan, and he said, what do you need to win this game? I was like, Lamar needs us a gift. He needs us a gift. We need a gift. We need 2 gifts. And it was just a gift. That was it, man. Pick 6 bingo to the house, and goal line stand by the defense, 4th down stop by the defense, sacks, tackles for losses. uh, and getting home. I mean, they blitzed, but a lot of their sacks came on the four-man pressures. I don't know if you felt like that. And Lamar really, the only time he killed them really was on that third and was it 13, third and 12. He got a big, that 14-yard run, but that was the same drive. And the killer for that drive, the thing that really, really hurt Baltimore the most on that drive, man, Jacob, man, it does, is the Bills took six and change off the clock on their touchdown drive, right? Baltimore's going. They're going. They're down there. Third and goal. They had taken, that was like an 8-minute drive for Baltimore. They kill the whole clock, but it turns into a 14-point flip because Baltimore could score. They could score a touchdown, tie game, different game. For me, I always, when a defense gets a turnover and they get a turnover in the red zone and take it back, that's to me 14-point flip right there. And they had Lamar crossed up. They had, they really had Lamar confused. Some of his passes outside the hashes were low. He was bouncing some, and Huntley had the same thing. But I just think the Bills backed up. They were exchanging yards for time. I felt like they should have, especially after Hollywood got behind the defense, but just big play after big play. And it was just, they played the game so well, guys. They played the game so well. Final Four, man. We're why not us, man? We went to the Elite Eight, Final Four. Why not us? You got a new girl, Lauren, is in here. We got all the regs in here, man. All the guys that we just sat around for all these years and talked about crap football, crap quarterbacks, stupid coaches, embarrassments, not privy to this, just every humiliation you could think of. And we're, oh my God, I can't believe it. I can't fucking believe this. It feels so fucking good. It feels so fucking good. Guys, it does. I mean, let me put on NFL Network right now. ESPN. We had the night game. We had the national stage. The Bills are what now? In the last how many primetime games we're winning these big games. And it just, yeah, Lauren, I lost my voice too. I'm fucked. Stevie Lynn is in here now. AB's in here now. We got some new folks in here, but still, man, everybody's welcome. It feels so good. And whoever they play next week, they play. But, man, it feels so surreal. And it was so important. It was so important. The Bills the last week of the season. The last week of the season, the Bills went all in to get that 2 seed, 2 home playoff games, and it was for so many reasons. You don't want your guys getting on a plane. You don't want to risk your guys getting sick on the road, and you guys know what I'm talking about. You don't want to risk, them staying in a foreign hotel, getting on a plane, traveling to God knows where. You're eating food on the road. You're in an opponent's stadium. Baltimore's had issues with this thing. They've lost like a whole week with guys on sick. So there was other caveats to it other than just having home field advantage, and the Bills got that revenge that they because Allen had a bad game against Baltimore and they crossed them up a little bit. They weren't so blitz heavy. They played coverage, and that just goes to show the respect that Josh Allen has as a quarterback now. Martindale was not coming after Allen. He stayed back in coverage. He stayed back. He did not come after Allen. I think, how many blitzes did you see from the Ravens tonight? How many blitzes? I maybe like just a handful. Just a handful. There's Bowman's in here now. Man, Trevor's, I mean, Lamar, he got knocked out of the game late in the third quarter. And the naysayers, what the naysayers are going to say. They're going to say, if Jackson's in the game, it maybe would have been different. And I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that shit. I really don't. I really don't. Our defense held him in check all game. I felt like once that Huntley kid came in, he was kind of a wild card. And he's not bad, to be honest with you. So he had me a little fucking nervous. And I know he had all of us nervous. I've said that before. And and the naysayers are gonna have their laundry list that Allen wasn't great. He had a fumble that they didn't pounce on. It's coming. So fuck them. That's what I say too. Fuck them. Just like Damager said, because you know what? Fuck them. They're gonna say what they're gonna say, and they're gonna try to talk down the Bills that they got lucky that they knocked him out of the game. Oh, their center couldn't snap. Whose fault is that? Is that the Bills' fault? They're gonna say, oh, the best kicker just narrowly missed 2 field goals. I mean, that's football. I felt like there was a couple of times I got really irritated at McDermott because I wanted him to go for it on those 2 fourth downs where they kicked. Now, if your kicker was inside 25 yards, I'm like, kick it. But there was the two times I was like, fuck, go for this. I don't care how far it is. 3rd and 7. I think there was one that was like a 3rd and 3 or 4 that they kicked the field goal. I was so fucking pissed. I was like, come on, just go for it. If you get this first down, you kill the game. It's over. And you score one more time, it's over. My girl's hitting me up right now. She's fucking I can't, you guys can't see that. I was like, how's it going? I said they won. So damn, man. Yeah, Damager, we dominated. That defense was suffocating defense. The defense was just the performance of the year. And it's so crazy the way football is. It's going to be, the story of the game is the offense. The story going into the game is the Bills' offense, the Bills, and the defense kind of, especially with the quarterback playing the way Allen's been playing, that's rightfully so. But the defense, man, just had a throwback performance. Better than last year. They held it down better than last year. Last year, the Bills lost 24-17 at home with a full house. Star Lotulelei, Lorenzo Alexander, veterans all over the field. It just and all that stuff. And Eric, it just feels so good. All you guys, it feels so good. And the defense, you couldn't have played a better game. Hughes had the game of his life out there. Hughes was amazing out there. Hughes so disciplined, calm. He didn't overrush. He didn't jump. There was the one lined up off sides by Klein early, just drove me nuts because I'm like, man, we can't afford for them to just methodically drive down the field, running the football and score like this. And we got to credit every coach on that team, from John Butler to fucking to Babbage, to Eric Washington on the defensive line, to Leslie Frazier, to Sean McDermott, every guy on that team. They made the adjustments at halftime. They had some big runs on that first down, on that first drive, coming out of the half. Singletary picked up a couple of big runs that were, just backed the Ravens off just enough. And then, Allen was able to get to Diggs. That was huge, man. It was such a different game if Allen would have connected with Davis on that first touch, on that first drive. And then you get a touchdown. But we know the key to beating Baltimore was simple. It was make them play from behind, make them have to become more of a pass-heavy team than a run-heavy team, because their run game has so much gimmick and so much, window dressing, and they have big people up front, They have really big people. Their fullback is like 300 pounds. Ricard, their line is huge. Davis looked like he got a little gimpy there in the game, but and their offense, Steve, they made the offense look very, very bad. And I had a little confidence, and the one little thing I had confidence in, we kind of think of Tennessee as such a good defensive team, and Baltimore scored 20, and I'm like, I think the Bills can do a better job because of their speed. I think the Bills could do a better job with their speed because Baltimore doesn't have. I'm sorry, the Tennessee Titans don't have the Bills' speed. But then you're just worried about getting lined up and getting run over. And McKenzie, he had a couple of those little gimmick plays, quick hitters. He didn't get any jet sweep action, but it was just such a back and forth battle. And Baltimore played it was a lot closer than that score indicated. It really was. It was tough. It was tough sledding in there. It was every possession counted, every down counted, everything counted, man. Everything counted out there. Bonzolo's in here. Everything, every blade of grass mattered out on that field. That was insane. Earlier in the day, LA got beat by Green Bay. So you see the better quarterbacks moving on. And all in all, Allen made the drive, and he got, he just had the drive that won the game. And then Lamar had the mistake that killed the game. That's the way it is. And I'll look right now. You guys are all just going off on this guy, so I want to see what the fuck he's saying, because he's a piece of shit and a honk and a scumbag. And I can't stand him at all. I don't see what he's saying. Bill to lean on Josh Allen, going one run, blah 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 blah. Stupid shit. Allen, he's such a honk. I can't stand him. Like I don't even follow him, so I'm just reading some of the bullshit he put out. But it's just fucking that's who he is. He's just a troll. That's the problem with he's a troll. He didn't have a bad game, but he didn't have a great game, and they played a hell of a defense. He played a hell of a defense. I mean, their corners are physical. They mixed up. They did a lot of mixing up. They didn't blitz a lot, which I think they prepared for. But Martindale didn't blitz him, and that just goes to show how much they respect Allen this year as opposed to last year. Because last year, man, they just pinned their ears back and went after him. Judon had a strip sack last year. I remember Knox got blown up on that play. And it just was such a different game. He kept it calm. He stayed with it, was methodical. He didn't scramble a lot. But then when it mattered, they put the drive together. And that's the story of the game. I don't want to hear nothing different. On back-to-back drives, the game was won. Allen took the Bills down for a touchdown. Lamar took his team down through a crucial interception that got returned for 6. Game over. That's it. They can try to parse things and pick and probe and prod and find all these talking points all they want. That's the ball game right then and there in a nutshell. And up until that point, the Bills had done a masterful job, bro, on Lamar Jackson. I couldn't have fathomed a better performance by the defense. I mean, 3 points? I'm still in shock. 3 fucking points? That's insane. That's old school 1980s football right there. And yeah, home field advantage. The Bills played better out there in the elements. Their center snapped better, and that was huge. The difference in the game is Mitch Morse was good, and their center was terrible. Jim and I's in here. Timothy's in here. Those 2 drives, they took the whole. That was the key. To me, is that Baltimore's drive was so long, and their plays just kept. Every play was running time. And if you notice, Baltimore was doing the same thing. They're running the play clock all the way down to 5 and under, and then. To have that score flip like that just destroyed them. It buried them. I just think that I felt all the emotion come out of them. And then when they got Lamar out of the game, and that's what happens when you have an exclusively scrambling quarterback. I don't know about you guys. When Allen fumbled the one time and he looked like he was getting up slow, I almost shit my pants. I'm sorry. I don't know if any of you guys peeped that like I did, but he was kind of getting up a little slow. He looked like I was just ready to I was just like, oh, please, God. Yeah, I mean, you could say that. I mean, I felt like he should have just fell on the ball, but he wanted to try to save. I think he wanted to save the distance. He didn't want his team, he didn't want the team in second and forever. And so he threw it. I just think he should have fell on the ball because he did it the other one time and he kept them out of a bad down and distance. But I just think that he just thought he could do it again. And then his head slapped back on the ground and that was it. And, if that team gets down by, 10 points, in this case, 14 points, they just can't. I just don't think the quarterback has it to bring him back. I felt supremely confident that the Bills could hold a 14-point lead against Baltimore, no problem. And I think that's going to be their Achilles heel. Our quarterback, he's 2-1 in the playoffs now, back-to-back weeks, winning the winning playoff games at home. Should have won that fucking one last year. And that's the beautiful part about this, guys, is, I was so sick last year. I didn't have the stomach to come in here, and I let all you guys down. I was a fucking pussy. I was just so demoralized at the end of that Houston game, and all I kept thinking about was the fucking kickoff at the beginning of the second half that the Bills should have had for a touchdown that would have put the game away. Just the way it all went nuts. There's Matt in here, and the way how we all felt like such shit. And it's the same old narrative about the Bills. Same old Bills. Josh Allen choked. You were just gonna hear that and hear that and hear that. And I saw it at the gym. All the quarterback shit the bed and this and that. Not no more. Nope. Josh Allen didn't shit the bed. Remember last week when Lamar won a playoff game and everybody was talking about the narrative was over, this and that? Well, how about Josh Allen's narrative? Is it over yet? Or do we keep playing that? Does that record keep spinning? I just want to know. It's over. It's done, Shady. It's done. And Lamar's a fucking good player, man. I'm not trying to knock him. It's just the way the media is biased. I just don't like the spin doctoring that they do. Lamar's a good player. That kid's hell on wheels to defend. I mean, he's not easy. All those runs and shit like that, they can wear your defense down. And if they get up by a couple of scores, they're going to keep running at you. Yeah, they cater to the agents. They cater to the hype machine. Allen does play in Buffalo. Here's a big run. Oh, this was such a physical run by Singletary. And let's give him some props too, man. Like those two runs he had. Look at this quick hitter. Such a beautiful quick hitter from Allen for the touchdown. And 9 minutes, they scored with 9 minutes and 38 seconds. They were 3-by-1, and there was only 2 DBs on that side. And it was such a beautiful touch pass. That's a pass Allen probably doesn't throw with a lot of touch in his rookie year or last year. And Diggs is such a fucking lightning rod. And they drained. Wow. Baltimore went 8+ minutes and then got pick 6. That's going to be the killer for them right there. Trey White with the huge walls it off. The only guy running behind is the Hill, the DB. But what wins the game right there, Mark Andrews misses a tackle right here. He's sitting underneath. He goes to Andrews. The pass was to Andrews. Andrews misses the tackle, and that is it. O-line did a great job, Eric. The O-line was insane. Yeah, Chris Sims, one of the very few guys. Allen is fucking amped through the gills, man. Allen, oh, there goes the snap over his head. And, Lamar's just trying to dump the ball out. He, intentional grounding. What's up, bro? How you doing? And let's this guy was good tonight. Hey, this guy was good tonight. Trent Murphy. Trent Murphy was really fucking good tonight. He was good. He stuffed Lamar on a big play. Lamar couldn't juke him. They tackled him for a loss. He cleaned up Lamar on the hit in the end zone that takes him out of the game. The edge play was great. You know, everybody on that defense that was just phenomenal. And McDermott and Bean and Bean got so much flack for so many things with taking Allen. McDermott with the Peterman thing, and the Tyrod decision, and I just go back in time to all these things, and for us to be sitting here today, and we get another week, one more week, we're in mid-January, and and these guys just were so good tonight, man. They were so good. Everybody on that defense was so good tonight, and they played big, and they played big, man. Like, I feel confident in this team that they can play with anybody, and that they can make big plays. Um, and if this defense gets back to the point where they were playing last year, and I feel like the offense has been average. You're playing better teams, but I feel like the offense has been, they've been okay. They're good, but they're okay, and that's the crazy part is, let them have a game next week. Let this defense, let that complete game happen. That's the beautiful part. There's Thomas, Timothy's in here. I mean, yeah, they look like they were tired of it, man. They look like they were tired of it. Diggs is the equivalent of the Cornelius Bennett acquisition. The you know not even so much the James Lofton trade, because James Lofton was much older. I think James Lofton was 35, 36 when he was acquired. And, wherever we go next week, if we stay home versus the Browns, if they go on the road versus KC, I feel like this team can compete and win that game against either one of those teams. It's going to be tough, but tomorrow at 3, that's the beautiful part. It's going to be so relaxing now to sit back tomorrow and just K beats, and just watch these games. Oh, yes, but Baltimore center is a real MVP. Let's be real. You know, yeah, they were swarming to the ball all night. I feel like they can. I feel like they can play and beat anyone. I feel like their defense, is really good. You play that team. That team put 40. What was it? How many points against the Browns just a few weeks ago? And that was the thing. If you looked at their schedule the last few weeks, they were 6-0. They beat the Bengals 38-8. The Titans, they beat the Giants, they beat the Browns 47-42, Jacksonville, the Cowboys, the Steelers. So I feel like the Bills had gone through a tougher road. I think the Bills went through a tougher road than they did. And I just think the Bills were a little bit more battle tested, and I just feel like our quarterback can win a game with his arm, where Lamar has to, play with more of a lead. Anthony's in here. What's up, bro? Hi, Andy. I'm sorry, Andy. You're on my Instagram, bro. I'm sorry. I just don't feel like Baltimore. I think, and a lot of these teams, and Baltimore's been good. They get a pass for the past. They always do. The Patriots, the beginning of the year, Cam Newton, came out decent, and it's like they get a pass for their past. Like, oh, Belichick. Oh, look, Belichick looks so smart, blah, blah, blah. This guy sucked. He threw 5 touchdown passes all year. He's done. He's washed up, Cam Newton. Game over. Baltimore, good team, 11-5, whatever, in a really good division. But at the end of the day, they have to play with a lead. That's the Bills today, what I want to say, they found the prescription for the affliction. And the game plan, I saw several of you bring up. Leslie Frazier was amazing today. He came up so big. Allen didn't have, he's 23 for 37 for 206, earned every yard of that and a touchdown. And it was big, man. It was big. The drive that he put together was big. The just playing calm, cool, collected. No more of that deer in the headlights. Only, Doug, perfect. Only 2 penalties for 11 yards. Disciplined football. Knowing the situation. Did you guys see that? Also, the Diggs catch on the 3rd down late in the game. The Bills ended up missing the field goal, but you had Dawson Knox holding his hands up after he had a block. He was like, I'm not holding him now. He throws his hands up. Remember last year, Knox got called on a couple of holds that cost the Bills some big gains. And not this year, man. Baltimore, 8 for 25. Just such a great performance, man. Such a great performance by this team. Anything could happen. I don't want to take anything away from Cleveland. They're a tough team. They've got really good players. They've got great running backs. Really, I love Nick Chubb. He's a tank, man. That guy's scary because he gets better as the game goes on. Hunt catches the ball well. Their tight ends are versatile. They all catch the ball well. Landry, I hate that motherfucker. I hate Jarvis Landry. Every one of you in here should know and hate him too. We all know why, because he's a cheap shot artist. He's a scumbag. He's a really good player, but he's a piece of shit, and he's a headhunter, and I don't like him. And we'll see what happens tomorrow, but let's enjoy this, man. I told my friends, and I got sick. I really don't talk to people on game day too much leading up to the game because I get so fucking nervous. I get sick. And, the game of this magnitude we haven't seen forever. And they finally, they're going to the AFC Championship game, guys. What can we say? 2 away. Why not us? Yep. Why not us? Yep, exactly. Fuck Landry. Fuck everybody. Fuck him. I don't like. He's a complete piece of shit. Can't stand him. Yeah, man. Jim Kelly, go puke. I didn't throw up last week. I threw up. This week I do feel nauseous though, and I was just cleaning throughout the whole game. I couldn't stop because I was so nervous. I don't know what nervous habits you guys have, but I don't think any team in the league could have defended that any better than what the Bills did from point A to point B. Oh man, I need to, when I first started doing these videos and I look at, the roster, we get excited in the off season, the draft and all that sort of stuff. We and it never felt, like this could ever happen. Like we could be at this point in the, in a season talking about Bills, you'd like to think, we'd all like to think, but to actually have it really happening, I'm sorry. My girl is asking me what I'm on YouTube, and it just feels surreal right now. It feels surreal too. It feels so surreal that we're here, and all, you guys you watched all the shit football over those years, you guys watched all that shit football. We all did. You wear your Bills gear, people talk shit. Why do you like that team? All the national media, the pundits, the talking heads, oh, how cute the Bills are. They backed into the playoffs. wide right, Music City Miracle, 17-year drought. They got the gift. They got the gift from the Bengals, to get into the playoffs and all this stuff. Oh, they drafted this quarterback who can't hit the broadside of a barn. All these things, man. All the team playing games in Toronto. Russ Brandon, Marone quits, Malarkey quits, Rex Ryan's embarrassment. Yeah, just that. Why? Just again and again. It just, maybe, just maybe, knock on wood that this Bills team can vindicate all of that. Yeah, like victims, like, oh, how cute. Look how cute the Bills are. Look how cute, like, oh, what a great story, those Bills, pat them on the ass and rub them on the head and tell them, good try next time, Bills. You're 39, Andy. I'm over 40. It's been so long. Rick's pushing 40, Damager's mid 30s. Got all the younger cats in here like Trevor and, Dougie's older, like around our age. And ever since that Hail Murray, man, this team has been on a tear and we haven't seen anything like it. Shady Who, you got 25-year-olds, 36-year-olds, 37-year-olds, some of the older cats, even some of the 36 and 37-year-olds who really get to see the Kelly glory, Maybe they vaguely remember it as younger kids, 8 and 9. Matt's 40. We're the same age. Trav's 32. Thomas is 32. And we're all a bunch of big kids right now. We're all big boys, and it feels so good. Wow, it feels so good. And it's even just an extra caveat, man. They get a long week. They get that extra week, an extra long week. And that's so vital. This team gets that extra day to rest and to recover and to self-scout and to scout the team that they're going to play, because now it's only 2. They've already played Kansas City. They played the Browns last year. Granted, it was a different scheme. The personnel at the skill position is different, but the offensive line is different. Conklin, Jedrick Wills, so they're a different team than they played last year. Their defense is not good, though. What's up, Ryan? How you doing, bro? I'm still on YouTube. Great Bills win. You want to punch it, man. Punch it. I'm not going to lie. I hit a mirror. It's outside. I'll take a picture and post it. I was so fucking pumped. I fucking bloodied my knuckle. I couldn't help it. I was so fucking amped. I couldn't help it. It just feels so good, to just get the demons and, to think that this team is 2 wins away from it, 2 fucking wins away from it. That's insane, man. Was it a pick 6? Yeah, I think so. But wow, man, it's just, it feels, man, that was just great. That I'm rambling right now, so I apologize, guys. This feels so good. Hopefully you guys are tipsy. Nah, it's good, man. It's good. I don't give a fuck. I don't feel nothing. It's worth it. I just fucking boom and just let it rip, because I just said fuck it. It's just, they finally have a team that has to be respected. In the NFC, it's the older teams, the Green Bays, and in the AFC, it's the changing of the guard. It's the new kids on the block. It's the Cleveland. It's the Bills. Baltimore's still there because they're more of a young team. But it's so, Chris, is like you said, for all of us, it's been long. Even the younger cats who had no 90s Bills. They didn't get to enjoy that shit, the late 80s Bills. They didn't get none of it. They had to hear about it, and all the stuff we got, all we ever heard. And the most demoralizing thing about being a Bills fan is that it was turned into a museum for so long. and I've said this on multiple videos, it was a place you went to reminisce, to be nostalgic and think about all the cool stuff that used to happen. You listen to your dads, your older brothers, and people in the media tell you about all the cool stuff that happened, but none of that stuff happens here anymore. That's long past. But now, you know, wow, you know, he's 24, he's still improving, he's still growing. And you know, you hear Jordan Palmer on the radio talking about Allen still has a ways to go. He's not near his ceiling, that they found out some interesting things and that they're going to work on this offseason. And just, man, you know, to finally have a quarterback that they're just so confident. You know, he went back there, he threw the ball, and you know, none of the balls were put in harm's way. There was no ball that could have been intercepted tonight. The touchdown was just nice and smooth. You would have liked to have the first one to Gabe Davis, you know, to give you 7-3, you know, 7-0 lead. But, you know, it was what it was. And it just was, you know, it was so good to feel this, you know, and I know I jumped off last week really quick, but it feels so good. You know, to be honest, I couldn't imagine doing this video, guys. I really couldn't. I thought maybe, you know what, they had a nice run, you know, because we always have this doubt. Bills fans, we're conditioned to think, you know, we're always going to get the rug yanked out from underneath us. You know, yeah, man. Yeah, man. I don't like wearing these fucking things. I hate them. I hate them. But there's only 3 things that are going to ever cover my face: my beard, pussy, and this. That's it. That's it. So tomorrow, it'll be this and that. And maybe some of the other later on in the evening. But yeah, like that. Yeah, so fucking, I just feel so surreal, guy. I can't believe it. I really can't believe it. You know, I didn't see the video. I heard everybody talking about the Kyle Brandt video, but it feels like no sleep tonight, Eric. We good, bro. We're breaking night. We're breaking night. No sleep tonight. We're good. I'm amped through the gills. You know, Utz is in here. He's 50. He was through the horrible early 80s. The horrible early 80s. I mean, fucking, they were terrible. They were terrible. Early and mid 80s. Oh, God. Just miserable. Those were miserable years. And fucking, you know, it's like an extended Christmas, guys. It really is. You know, it's great. You know, it's great to see this team finally rise from the ashes and make noise on the national level. And it's not cute Bills. Oh, they're just on this. They're on this run. You know, they're on this run that, you know, no, they're a legit force, a contender that I think is going to be around for a really long time. You know, and there's been guys, you know, so many guys, you know, all the old Patriot guys in the media that hate on the Bills, like Brewski and Harrison, and you know, you get some of these other assholes that, you know, want to play politics in terms of, you know, they got to root for this guy, root for that guy, you know, dickheads like Jason LaConfora, cockeyed motherfucker, you know, with his lazy eye. You know, Nick Wright, who's a clown. Who is he? He's a nobody. Nick Wright's a nobody. Like, don't even give that guy's a nobody. The more we talk about him, the more we justify him and put his name out there. So he's a scumbag. Like you're a nobody, dude. You make your living talking shit about people that do this for a living. Like, go hide with his ugly ass nose and his fucked and funky looking shaped ass head, his terrible ass hairline. Skip Bayless, there's another dick. That's the problem with media now is it's all hot take action. It's like, who can say the most outrageous shit, who can have the most comments, good cop, bad cop. It's just stale, man. Trevor, I thought he played. I thought he was solid. I thought he was okay. I thought he was a little too wired on a few of those deep balls. The last one to Smoke, I thought if Smoke would have kept running, he could have caught it. I thought he could have caught it, but I thought he was just solid. You know, no big mistakes. He made the passes that he needed to make at the critical times in a game. I think he drew. I think he got Baltimore to jump one time, and that running into the kicker, the wind was crazy. I don't know. I can't imagine for anybody that was at the stadium what it was like, but you kept seeing the flags, you kept seeing the goalposts, and you know what we need today. Knox did catch. I think was the biggest pass of the game, sans the touchdown. Was that pop pass after the fake handoff to Yeldon, and that was it. That was the game. You know, in terms of big plays in the game, was a third down conversion, and it was like a 15-yard play, got the Bills to midfield, and they just ended up scoring a touchdown at the end. You know, yeah, it's crazy. You know, he was really solid out there, really solid. You know, and I just, it's the demeanor. You know, I don't look so much at the performance. He's just calm out there. He's cool. He's in control. That's the thing about Josh. Forget the numbers. We love numbers, touchdowns. Fuck this. How many passes has Allen gotten taken away? Touchdowns. 2 Gabe Davis touchdowns taken away by penalties. The John Brown one in the beginning of the year, in the Raiders game, that should have been a touchdown. There was a few others. I think Gabe Davis dropped one against the Patriots, right? So I think about that. How about Knox dropping one against the Patriots? And I think there was another one. Oh, fucking Jones, running back, dropped one in the end zone, clear as day. You know, he's had 5-6 drop touchdowns in the end zone. You know, it's all right, Damager. You drank, you deserved it, bro. It's all good, man. It's all good. You know, the offensive line, like Nick points out, has been so good. I mean, in terms of, you know, there's some of their short yardage stuff pisses me off sometimes, but in terms of, you know, protecting Allen, Dawkins is so underrated, man. You don't hear about him. You don't hear about him at all in terms of national, like, best left tackles, really good left tackles. Dawkins has been fucking great. Dawkins has been great. Darrell Williams has been great. And I told you guys, get ready. Buffalo is going to become a destination now. That's why you get guys like Devontae Freeman on the practice squad. That's why you get guys like Darren Lee on the practice squad. Kenny Stills on the practice squad. They want to be potentially a part of what could come with this Bills team. Even if it's for next year, they get signed to a futures contract or whatever, maybe a 1-year deal. You know, yeah, Tyler Kroft, if he stays on his feet, that's a touchdown. So what? We got like 7. You know, so we're talking about a guy who has 40-plus touchdown ability right now. You know, yeah, Steve, seriously, we need to give him a little money. The players, I believe, for this game, I'm not sure. I think it's 66. I think it's $66K per player bonus. Nick, I love the draft, man. Knox caught a big pass tonight. Let's enjoy it. He has been playing better. You know, I know you're talking about the draft. I love the draft, man. No, he was inactive. Kroft was inactive. It was Gilliam, Knox, and Smith were the tight ends tonight. I saw Gilliam down on the field. I don't know what his status was when he left the game, but all in all, from what I understand, I remember Butler went off early too, but I saw him playing late. All in all, I think the Bills came out healthy. That's another huge key. You come out healthy with the win, and you get an extra day of rest. You know, Stills wasn't called up. The only 2 guys that were called up, but they were both inactive, was Dane Jackson and Antonio Antonio Williams. Yeah, the key to the game was just the defense that they played. All 11 guys on the field just played their asses off. Were disciplined, were focused. They made tons of plays on the defensive line. The linebackers were flying all over the place. That's the fastest. Epinesa was in on one. I saw Epinesa in on a play, and he almost got. It was the one where Jackson kind of bounced off his guy, bounced off, and he threw like a. It was really annoying. I thought he was going to get sacked, but he didn't. It's just that everybody had to keep him in front of him, and they did as good. I mean, 3 points, guys. I mean, we're really splitting hairs here. We're really splitting hairs. You know, this defense to a man played so awesome. That yeah, the whole defense, the coaching staff, Barkley says it best. You know, that whole defense, you know, gets a grade. You know, the whole team, the special teams, you know, they didn't have any. You know, Bass hits the one kick, misses the two, but that wind out there was insane. You know, you had the best kicker in the league miss 2 kicks. So I guess, you know, when people talk about Allen's performance, you know, you look at, you know, a guy like the best kicker in the league who misses kicks, you know, Christopher, you know, I just don't think they expected to see as much zone as they did. And I think if they would have had their druthers, they would have ran the ball a little bit more in the first half, just a little bit more. But let's be honest, they put the game in Allen's hands, and you know, he won it. He won it for him in terms of, you know, just keeping them manageable distance, down in distance. And, you know, he never looked back. Once they got the touchdown from Diggs, they got the pick six from Teron Johnson. They put together the one drive. They couldn't cap it off. And those 2 misses, but I wanted them to stay on the field because I thought the wind was too crazy. I'm like, don't send this kid out there to miss these kicks because it's not fair. You know, the conditions are not good. You got the best kicker in the league missing kicks. And I know you want to give him confidence and show confidence in him. And McDermott's great at that. He'll probably tell the kid right now, I'll send you out there again right now if we needed a game-winning kick. You know, and you know, he hit all his PATs, and he got the one, you know what it is, Nick Matz, is that they're so run heavy, is that if they go down, they have to their offense becomes completely different. And the reason you don't hear about Greg Roman in the head coaching circles and ranks anymore is because if you don't have a quarterback like a Lamar Jackson or you know, a Kaepernick or a Tyrod Taylor, somebody of that ilk, your offense is not going to succeed. And most, let's be honest, the owners and the fans, we want to see passing offense. We want to see high octane, high flying offense. And the Bills went out there and, you know, they weren't as high octane. And last week, you know, all in all, I think the offense was good. You know, last week it was good. It was okay. This week they did just enough to win the game. But I think that all in all, this week, yeah, wow, that's a good one, man. Fewest 3 points, fewest, tied for the fewest under any Harbaugh regime. You know, I was on Snapchat earlier losing my fucking mind, and I just Damager's doing his thing, man. You know, he's been through a lot of hell. You know, he's tipsy. He had a little smoke. He's good. You know, he's feeling himself right now, man. Y'all should be feeling yourselves right now. So however you want to express yourself, you do it, man, because you deserve it. Everyone in here, you know, we've been through so much indignities and humiliations as fans, and this feels really, really good. So, you know, this whole week, yeah, man, I'm not fucking sleeping either. Just enjoy this ride, man. Enjoy this feeling right now. Stay up tonight, you know, and feel really good about this. Feel amazing about this. Feel you're gonna walk on air all week. Every meal you eat is gonna taste amazing. You're gonna sleep like babies. Not sitting here wondering about who the quarterback is and the GM. You know, we're sitting here with with a team that is potentially going to be contenders for a really, really long time. And that's, you know, going to be, hell on wheels with a quarterback that looks like the fucking truth, man. So enjoy it. Whatever you guys, however you guys recreate, just as long as you're safe and shit. Just Brandon Beane, McDermott, and McDermott coming in and tearing everything down to the studs and rebuilding one Bills drive from the ground up, and then Beane coming in and doing the things that he did. And let's be real, everybody was constantly talking about, well, the Bills could have taken Mahomes. They traded out of that spot. Yeah, they did. But Allen looks like a guy who's turning into the three elites, the three kings. You got Rodgers. We had Richard Sherman talking, said the things Allen does is Aaron Rodgers. Think about that. A bigger, faster Aaron Rodgers without the pissy attitude, because he doesn't act like a superstar. Hell fucking yeah, Andy. I think that'll happen next year because they'll want to get another year of him under that rookie deal and try to make the team as good as possible. And just, and just try to, maximize it as much as they can. But I mean, everybody who knows me and probably knows you guys as Bills fans has been so, so cool to me, thanking me, saying great, because they known for the years, I mean, people I've known remember me with the Trent Edwardses and, all those bad quarterbacks, the Ryan Fitzpatricks and just Tyrod. And I'm like, we need better than Tyrod. I'm not worried about that right now, man. I think this defense is a team defense. It's not a one-man wrecking crew defense, and that's good. They have just a complete unit, and they've put money into that defensive line. So again, I don't really want to think about the offseason just yet, because this team, we're in January, mid-January, and this team is still playing football. Think about that, guys. This team is still playing football in mid-January. They're going to play their third game in January. If he did, man, fuck it. He got it. That's, that he does so many things well, and he still has, every quarterback has their faults. He got caught up there. He put the ball on the ground for the second week in a row. You can't have it. But the Bills fell on it. The old Bills would have not fallen on it. The old Bills would have, fucking lost that ball, and the Ravens would have went down and scored, and that would have been the fucking game, and we all would have been sitting here, man, licking our wounds. It would have really sucked. But this team finally came through, and it came through last week. It came through this week. It's been coming through all year. I just think they're so much better. They enjoy playing with each other. They're not a group of mercenaries. That's the difference between the old Bills teams and the new Bills teams, is that they were mercenaries from all the way back in the early 2000s. The 04 team sticks out the most, as they were mercenaries. It was, we're going to get ours, and fuck the other unit. They can't help us. The defense liked the special teams more than the offense, and they didn't talk. And then it was just a place people would come if they paid them big money, like Dockery, Langston Walker, Kavika Mitchell, Mario Williams, Manny. I mean, you had to pay big money to get guys. And now it's a destination where guys will take less to come play with this quarterback, play with an organization. What's up, Hussein? How you doing, bro? It's all about football right now. It's all football, all business. There's no bullshit at One Bills Drive anymore. There's no mercenary actions. There's no mercenaries at One Bills Drive anymore. And if you show yourself as one, you're gone. Look what happened this year. Everybody forget Quit in Spain. Look what happened. Guy that just signed to a little bit of a nice deal, he's gone because you know what? You're not going to fuck up the room. You're not going to fuck up the chemistry of the locker room. You're not going to, disrupt. We're not about that here. They're very good organizations admit mistakes like that. Good organizations will get a problem out there quick rather than, a lot of these prideful, they don't want to admit a mistake. They'll keep a guy around hoping it changes. Bills got it out quick. Lamar is a faster Trubisky fraud. I wouldn't say that, bro. I mean, he's a good player. I mean, Lamar just, he had a rough night. The Bills defense was good. They just, good defenses will have that night. And you couldn't have imagined, none of us could have imagined, that's why Jay Barkley, I said, like a guy like JJ Watt, I could see him in Buffalo. I can see him in Buffalo tomorrow. You see that video he talked about people coming in, doing their business, taking care of their business, being accountable, being all about football, the fans loving it and the fans deserving this. He's walking off the field with DeAndre Watson saying, sorry, I wasted a year of your career. That's a guy who's going to come to Buffalo, and he didn't care about money when he signed that big deal. When he signed that big deal with Houston, he said, I could have got more money, but how much money do I need? Watch. I could see it tomorrow. But yeah, man, it's so surreal to have all you guys in this room. Frazier came with the Frazier's so calm. He's so cool. He's not like you think of a defensive coordinator. We always think of a defensive coordinator like loud mouths like Rex Ryan, Buddy Ryan. They have this look that's like, there's a few of the other guys like Dean Pease, Flores is kind of like a tough guy. The guy who just got hired for the Jets, Sala, he's got that look to him, like really tough. And, Frazier's just, just a really he looks like a Sunday school teacher, he looks like a pastor. He just has this really just chill way, cool, calm way of talking. And him and McDermott just talking together and just, I just think that, that they just make such a great tandem, such a great unit, and they find ways to, they've definitely brought it together. This team started off really rough on defense this year, and it wasn't the same old Bills defense. They dealt with a lot of injuries, and let's just give the training staff credit because they've gotten guys back on the field. They've gotten guys back on the field, like Milano. Edmonds was banged up. Harrison Phillips seems like he's found himself again, and he played big in the middle of that defense and really got some big stops. Everything, Klein, found his footing in the Bills scheme and really made a lot of big plays mid-season. The list goes on. They've just really, the training staff has kept this team as healthy as possible with the rough nature of the NFL, the game, and they've really been such a part of this team that gets overlooked. They've been great, and I can't say it enough. I can't say it enough. Yeah, they didn't hit on the play, man. It happens. Sometimes you get burnt and you don't hit. And they really went after him tonight, man. You know what they wanted Lamar to do? You know what they wanted Lamar to do? They wanted him to play quarterback. That's what they wanted him to do. Remember all those stuff about Tyrod? Oh, we wanted him to be a quarterback. Remember that first game against Baltimore in, I believe it was 2016? Bills couldn't score a touchdown. It was like 3. It was just terrible. Like, I think it was a 10-3 game or 13. I don't know. It was a terrible game. And they were like, play quarterback. Play quarterback. Read a defense. Break us down. You can scramble, but it's almost like they cut off their nose to spite their face because of the way they play offenses. The clock is going to keep going. Just like that last drive, he threw the pick 6. It killed the whole third quarter, and they lost it. They basically flipped the score 14 points. I mean, against that offense, the way they run, I was like, fuck, I think the Bills are going to give up a touchdown here. And for the Bills to take that back to the house, I felt, I mean, maybe I'm reaching. I felt it was a 14-point flip. I felt like it was that massive of a game. I mean, that put the Bills up 14, but 14 points in the sense that it could have been a 10-10 game. Instead, it's 17-3. So, I mean, that was huge. So huge. Wow. What a game. What a game, guys. You know, it was it just totally just demoralized them. And I felt, if you guys, I don't know if you guys got this sense watching the game, you know, we're all sitting here watching it on TV and stuff. I just felt like Baltimore, the air went out of them after that. I felt like there was a different energy from Baltimore. And I feel like there's a different energy from this Bills team. It's like when they would play teams back in the day, like the Seattles, the Bills always seemed like they were trying to become an alpha. They were trying. Like last year, I felt like against Baltimore, the Bills were learning how to be alphas. This game, I felt like the Bills went out alpha. They went out like, yo, we're the alphas now, motherfucker. We're not the same old Bills. We're not that team you played last year against all the teams that they played on this run. I feel like the Bills had that alpha mentality and just, you know, by hook, crook, went out there, got physical when they needed to, made plays when they needed to, and won the games. And you know what? Fuck. This team has won. This team has won 15 games. Should have won 16 games this year. We watched the Bills team win 16 games. We used to have to watch possibly 2 seasons plus a few games for them to get a total of 16 wins. Because we're talking about, we saw a lot of 7-9s, 6-10s, but instead we seen a team go out there and put up fucking a Hail Mary away from 16 wins so far. Think about that in one season. It's been phenomenal. And, you know, you got, man, I can't give enough credit to Sean McDermott. He went into this situation with nothing, no quarterback, no, you know, a GM who was just a disaster, you know, with a roster that was just, you know, a lot of players were leaving, Gilmore, Woods, Godwin, and then, you know, he just went in there. You know, you got guys like Darius, and who was going to be suspended, and he just went out there and just took the heavy lift. You know, how many coaches do you know prospective coaches would do that? You know, they're going to put their whole their whole career on the line and say, well, I'm going to undertake this challenge. I'm going to undertake this team that hasn't been to the playoffs in 17 years. This team that has an owner that potentially, you know, is a rookie owner, you know, after the Rex Ryan situation. You know, it just, you know, the crowds the last 2 weeks have been amazing. You know, trust me, that Bills stadium would be full. The fans wouldn't give a fuck. They would sign a waiver. They would do whatever. It doesn't matter. You know, people want to go out and live their life. They want to be in that stadium. Bills fans deserve it, man. They deserve to be that stadium deserves to be packed with 70,000 people. You know, they really do. And this might be one of the best Bills teams ever that I've ever seen. You know, in terms of talent, the age of the talent, the coaching, the age of the coaching. You know, just there are a lot more. You know, I think, you know, the NFL is so cutting edge and so advanced now that, you know, these coaches seem to, you know, I never feel that the Bills are outcoached ever. How often, you know, would we look back in the Bills, man, they would just get outcoached. They would just get outcoached, out schemed, out adjusted. I never feel like the Bills are out schemed or out adjusted ever. You know, ever. Yeah, man. So funny looking back. It just, and he would get made fun of for just the process. Yeah, man, we deserve it. I said that in the beginning, man. We deserve this, bro. We deserve this. What's up, Garcia? How you doing, bro? Welcome here. Always go Bills. Viva los Bills. Viva los Bills. Viva los Bills. Mucho. Yeah, un fuego tonight, my friend. Woo! Man, it just that was the key though, man. That was the key. That third quarter. And remember the big third quarter bugaboo the Bills had all year. Remember they couldn't score in the third quarter. They had issues in the third quarter. The other teams would take. I mean, just that third quarter is going to be looked back on. When they do they dissect this game on Monday. And you see all the national talking people. That's the quarter, and there's only two ways about it. Don't let people like I said earlier, they're gonna try to reach, they're gonna find to extrapolate little things. No, our quarterback took us down, scored a touchdown. Their quarterback took them down, costly turnover, got pick six. Either way, pick six or not, he kept his team from scoring points. 3 points, 7 points, it does not matter. The Bills quarterback did it. Their quarterback didn't, and he got knocked out of the game for it. So there you have it, guys. Man, it just feels so good. It's 12:30. It may as well be fucking 12:30 in the afternoon. Man. After that, I read some of the comments. Yep, the Hail Murray just changed our season. It was just a terrible way to go into the bye week. But man, if you would have fast forward and ever since then, what they've done, it's been crazy. And this team they just want to keep winning. They want to keep winning. I feel confident that this team can, whoever they play can play a really good game. And they're 2 away, man. They're 2 away. Why not us? We'll see what happens next week, but they're in the game. They're in the game to get to the game. And that's all you ever want is that chance. And then if you get that chance, there it is. You want to take it. And I mean, I really want them to be able to get this for all of us so bad, man. So bad. It's been a fucking shit year. But this team has really provided such an amazing light for us throughout this year. They really didn't let us down. They really didn't let us down. This year's been so terrible for so many of us for so many different reasons. And this team was such a beacon of light for the Bills fans, the community up there, for the media to cover them, and they get national attention, and they get it's just, it feels so good, to have a relevant team and just be in the conversation and be feared. Yep. Yo, that's that t-shirt. We in the game to get the game. Yep. In the game to get the game, man. That's it. It's the game to get to the game. Like there's only 2 ways about it. And today, the Bills had the prescription for the Lamar Jackson affliction. That was pure and simple. They went in there and they got it they went in there and got it done. What's up, Mo? How you doing, man? Thank you. I appreciate it. Everybody who's in here, on their weekend, maybe they're with their family, maybe they're alone, maybe they're, just they hear me rambling. I can't thank you guys enough for being in here with me. Next week I'll be in here with you. Hopefully we'll be celebrating again, but let's enjoy this week, man, because we deserve this week. We fucking deserve it. I heard a lot about, this team and that team. I'm tired of hearing, it's finally, hopefully, our time. And I never thought I could say that. I never thought that a day like this would come. Like even today, like just being on the doorstep of it, I was just getting nauseous, like thinking about it, like, wow, this team is really close, and I feel like they're close and they're good and they have a chance, and tomorrow again is going to be so fun, so fun to be, hopefully tomorrow, I can get my girl over here and she can watch the games with me and stuff when she gets out of work, because she works on the weekends. So hopefully she can come over and watch the games. And but yeah, it's been so surreal doing these games. with you guys every Sunday. So many Saturday games. No Thursday game this year. We had a Tuesday game this year. We had a Monday night game this year. All the playoff games. Yeah, don't watch it, Andy. Leave it alone. uh, yeah. What's up, Los? How you doing, bro? I mean, man, all the regulars are in here now. You know, Yeah, don't watch it. Don't watch it. Just leave it be. Chris, what's up, bro? Thanks for the sub. I saw that. I appreciate that, man. I never, you guys, again, like I'm not here for the likes. I'm not here for the subs. If you guys sub and like, that's awesome. I appreciate it. A lot of people try to poach and make themselves into some celebrity media, fan media person and try to like make T-shirts and all. I never wanted none of that. I just wanted to talk to other Bills fans and congregate about the Bills, mostly because they were bad and I didn't really have anybody else to talk to about how bad they were, and I needed the therapy to help me as a Bills fan. And my friend Eric told me something really, really cool the other day. What's up, Los? How you doing, bro? Sorry, wife. You know how it is. We love the Bills. Give Hussein a little hug, man. He's went through hell. He deserves it, and a big ass kiss. Good night, bro. But yeah, I mean, my friend Eric, he told me, he's like, bro, you got me through law school. Watching your videos helped me. We were such a shitty team, with Trent Edwards and Dick Duran. Just watching your videos was the only therapy I got. And he was down in law school in Jacksonville, Florida, and I was like, man, that was heavy. I could never go to law school. I'm not smart enough to go to law school, pass a bar exam. I don't have that type of intelligence. So that was huge. That was a big compliment for me. And I thank you guys for letting me do this, because there's so many times we needed each other after those games. We needed each other last year after that Houston game. Such a miserable, we were all so devastated, just another humiliation. But this year, it's not. After that Hail Murray, my God, you know, the conference, we're there, we're in that, when we see the prognosticators and talk about the Bills, the Bills are going to be those teams. It's like, hey, the Bills are going to win this division. Hey, until a team in this division gets a quarterback, the Bills are going to get, this is their division now. And there's no other way about it. Thanks, Chris. I appreciate that, man. Thanks, Steve. I the only thing I'll ever claim, I won't say I'm the best Bills channel. I'll never say I have no production value. I ramble a lot. I don't write anything down. I have no talking points. I should, but I know a lot of other people do, and that's good. They know how to do video editing and different things like that and stuff. I don't know how to do that stuff. I'm the first though. That's one thing I'll say is I'm the first. Only mantle I'll hold is I'm the first. I'm the first. I'm the first Bills voice on YouTube, and there's nobody else who can claim that other than me. Nobody, And the first video is still up from '97, and I'm here, probably 14 years later. So, and thank you guys so much for joining me on this ride and being with each other. It's going for one. Thank you so much. You guys enjoy your evening. Fucking drink, smoke, whatever you guys do. Keep it safe, keep it light, keep it lovely. There's going to be a lot of fake Bills fans. But you know what? I always said that's going to be the thing that's going to happen is when the Bills become good, you're going to see the fake fans. You're going to see the fake fans, man. Yeah, man, I had just gotten out, Los, and I still did it. I didn't know how to look any other way. I was still doing it, mid 06, and then I just kept buzzing and shaving because that's all I knew, and I finally grew it out. Let's get Mike show fire. Mike's not that bad. I mean, he's a pessimist, but he's all right. When you watch so much bad football, basically you watch a young quarterback get his leg broke at practice by a team captain, and then the organization tells you to shut up, not report it. You didn't see that. That didn't happen. And this Paul Hamilton said the same thing. You lose respect for people, and then the team's not winning. And then you know, that's what happens. But this team, what's up, Steve? I'm here, bro. Jersey, a lot of Jets fans, a lot of suffering Bills fans. They can jump on the wagon, but you know what? Eventually they're gonna have to get off. What's up, Snarl? Holy shit, there you are, bro. It's all good, man. It's all good. You're always welcome in here for a second. You guys can just dip in here for a second, say hi. That's all good. Yeah, that's okay. You know, there's the Bills once they got good are gonna have fake fans. That's what's just gonna happen, man. You're gonna get a lot of young kids that want to get on right now because Josh Allen's a fun quarterback. He's exciting. He's dynamic. So kids that play Madden, they want to use Josh Allen. That's just how people develop fans. That's how soccer gets fans. How people know soccer is through FIFA. How American kids latch on to European soccer, FIFA. How are fan because what they see now and Madden, his ratings are up. He's one of the best. Like he's going to be one of the top 5 quarterbacks after this week. His rating will probably go up to a 90. So he deserves. He's an MVP candidate. He's taking his team to the AFC Championship. He's young. He's crazy fucking talented. You know, he throws to one of the best wide receivers in the league. His numbers are off the charts. He broke every major record. And here you have it. So thank you guys so much. This feels legit. It feels real. It feels really, really good. Became a fan of Techno Bowl. You know, just video games make sports fans. That's fine, you know. But I always knew we were gonna have fake fans, you know. Yeah, it's he's got the strongest arm in the game. What's up, Vols? How you doing, bro? I'm about to wrap this up. It's almost 1. I'm gonna go chill, and we'll do Damager. Gonna go chill a little bit. I'm not gonna go to sleep tonight. I'm gonna be up, but thank you guys so much for jumping in here, and enjoy your evening. Going to the AFC Championship game next Sunday, and every day until then, let's have a fucking blast. Oh yeah, that would have been nice, man. Nah, it's okay, Vols. It's all good, bro. Enjoy, guys. Go Bills. We'll maybe I'll do a video tomorrow, man. And see who they're playing in the AFC Championship game. What do you guys think? You know, we'll have some fun. Enjoy, bro. Night. Love you guys so much, brothers. Thank you. Go Bills.